Our study is about slightly stretching your arm's reach may improve VR interaction, the optimal interaction zone in a memory task. Let's begin with this cartoon. In the first panel, when objects are very close, our eyes feel uncomfortable. This is caused by the vergence-accommodation conflict. When the virtual object's position deviates from the headset's fixed focal distance, the eyes must converge and accommodate at different depths, creating strain. In VR, comfortable viewing therefore often lies beyond arm's reach. In the second panel, we see the go-go arm stretched to about 3 times its length. Previous research showed that the sense of embodiment can still be preserved up to 3 times arm length, but it drops sharply at 4 times. However, that study focused on static postures without active movement or task demands. Go-go, in contrast, is a dynamic technique. In cognitively demanding tasks, this extra movement may increase workload. Therefore, we hypothesize that go-go should have an optimal range, beyond natural reach but before 4 times arm length. Now shifting to laser. When the target is very close, laser pointing feels awkward and unstable. A recent study showed that laser interaction performs poorly at distances below 0.5 meters in a tapping task, but becomes much more reliable when targets are further away. Based on this, we hypothesized that laser would have its optimal zone beyond the near range, slightly later than go-go's peak and closer to the display's focal distance. With this in mind, we asked, RQ1, what are the interaction advantages and disadvantages of go-go and laser? RQ2, what are the optimal interaction zones for go-go and laser? For go-go, can the optimal interaction zone extend beyond natural arm length, 1 times, while still maintaining the SOE and performance? We hypothesized that go-go would yield higher embodiment, while laser would yield better performance. We also expected each method to have a specific optimal distance range, go-go before 4 times arm length, and laser later, closer to the focal distance. To test this, we invited 41 participants to perform a memory task, where they had to recall and reproduce visual patterns. Targets appeared at 8 distances, from 0.67 to 4 times arm length. Both interaction methods were tested in a within-subject design, with conditions randomized. To ensure fairness, we applied 2 techniques: distance-based scaling. Farther targets were magnified to maintain the same visual angle, shown in the left figure. Linear go-go mapping. The virtual hand extended proportionally to the real hand, normalized by arm length, shown in the right figure. This avoided distortions from classic nonlinear go-go. The procedure had 3 phases: VR setup, calibrating virtual and real arm lengths, memory task, 2 blocks, go-go and laser, each with 8 distances and 12 trials per round of increasing complexity. We recorded accuracy, first selection time, and completion time. After each distance, participants completed a short post-distance questionnaire in VR. After each block, participants filled out a longer post-interaction questionnaire outside VR, and after the second block, also gave qualitative feedback. We used paired t-tests for post-interaction, and 2x8 repeated measures ANOVA for performance and post-distance measures, with corrections when assumptions were violated. Results show laser, significantly shorter first and completion times, and slightly higher accuracy than go-go, supporting H1A. Go-go showed higher workload than laser. We found no significant differences in SSQ. For embodiment, GoGo was higher, but only in the post-interaction questionnaire, not post-distance. So overall, H1B was only partially supported. For embodiment, participants only showed a significant difference in the post-interaction questionnaire, which used a more detailed scale. Here, GoGo led to higher embodiment than laser, especially in the response and tactile components. This suggests that the closer coupling of real and virtual arm movement in GoGo made people feel more bodily involved. Looking at distance effects. Performance. Laser was consistently faster while GoGo slowed at farther distances. GoGo's embodiment declined beyond 2.2 times while laser stayed stable. Laser showed lowest workload at 2.2 times. So GoGo achieved its best balance at around 1.2 times, close to natural reach. Laser worked best at 2.2 times. To summarize, for GoGo, the sweet spot is around 1.2 times arm length, where participants were fast, accurate, and felt embodied, but performance and embodiment declined beyond 1.6 times to 2.2 times, and slowed most at 4 times. For laser, the optimal range was around 1.4 times to 2.2 times, with stable performance and lowest workload. Very near at 0.67 times it was unstable. Overall, GoGo supports stronger embodiment but only slightly beyond natural reach, while laser is more efficient at medium-far distances. This highlights an effective augmentation zone for GoGo, reminding us that augmentation must remain perceptually grounded. Together with linear GoGo mapping and distance-based scaling, these results offer a basis for designing distance-aware, user-centered VR interfaces. Thank you for watching.